odottaneet tätä hetkeä monta tuntia, toiset koko päivän, minä henkilökohtaisesti koko elämäni. Ootteko te valmiina? Ihan oikeesti tästä nyt ei ole mikään leikin asia. Ootteko te valmiina siellä? Skid! Skid! Skid!
Hi and welcome to Tampere, Rachel Bolan and Snake Sabo from Skid Row.
Thanks,
man.
man.
Thank you for having us, man. Thank you.
So this spring you've been touring quite hard on the United World Rebellion tour, so do you feel exhausted already?
Well, the days off we usually spend sleeping, but we have been touring a lot. I mean, this band's been around a long time, and we're all getting into our late 40s, and it was a lot easier when we were 25, but it's a lot more fun now.
Yeah, that's true. It is.
It seemed, at least in your tour schedule, that you had a decent break before today. So what did you do? Sleep or?
Life, man. It's just you can't escape life, no matter where you are. We were home for 8 days, I think 9 days, and it goes by so fast. And we tour as much now as we ever have, and it's for the last 25 years, it seemed that's all we've done, and that's how we've made our bread and butter, has been touring, and things aren't any different in 2014 than they were in 1992. So we got to keep out there and keep at it, and that's how we built our reputation, was playing live. So
now on quite a short visit here in Europe before you head back to the States, and you have only few gigs here in Europe. Starting from here, Tampere.
Yeah, we're doing 3 weeks here, going home, doing 3 weeks home, and then coming back for 2 weeks. But then in October, we're going to go through the UK and then meet up with Saxon in, I'm not sure where we're meeting with them. I think it might be Germany. Then we're going to finish out the year with them through Europe. So we'll probably be seeing you again at some point.
So Skid Row is now introducing a series of EPs. So chapter 1, which is the United World Rebellion, has been out for a couple of months now, and chapter 2, Rise of the Damnation Army, is going to be out on, is it August or
4th in the EU, 5th in the States, and then the 6th in UK and everywhere else in the world.
And then there is going to be a chapter 3.
yes.
Do you have decided the name for chapter 3 already?
No, we haven't even written really anything for it per se. We're living very much in the moment. That's why we didn't write all the songs and then just spread them out over 3 EPs. We wanted to let each EP breathe on its own and sort of have its own life, and then go out there and tour as much as we possibly can on it, and then come home and see where our heads are at, and let that dictate what the next EP, the following EP, will be. So we have no sort of deadline per se. We have an idea of when we'd like to have it out, but we're waiting to see what the reaction will be for the second one.
Regarding to the cost of making album, isn't it more expensive to do just EP records than?
No, it's much less expensive, and that is for everyone, for fans included. That was one of the reasons why we decided to do it like this, because the economy everywhere is in bad shape. So it's much easier for a Skid Row fan to go and put, like in the States, I think it's $7 for the EP instead of laying out $15 to $20 for a whole LP, and it's spaced out through 2.5 years. It'll be probably, and it's just economically it works out good. And for us as songwriters, it's a lot less pressure to write 10 songs and pick our favorite 5 instead of writing 30 songs and pick our favorite 10. And it keeps us going. It keeps us out on the road a lot, and just making 3 small bodies of work at the end is going to be 1 large body of work, and we're going to put a bunch of extras into it and stuff, and then we'll see how that does. But for right now, I really like doing it this way. It's a lot of fun, and in the age of information overload, it's cool just to get little bites of stuff instead of having a whole meal shoved down your throat.
Do you know if some other band has made this kind of?
I know Down did, right? Down
is doing it, and a lot of country artists are starting to do it as well.
Yeah.
I believe Luke Bryan is doing it right now, and that community is embracing it as well. So our attention spans sort of get smaller because of that. So again, it's like you want to leave people wanting more, and hopefully that's what we're accomplishing.
And I think that is good for you as a touring artist, but that you can also do just those few songs and then release them and then continue the tour.
Yeah.
But what do you think about the fans who are coming to your tour here now in the beginning of the tour, when you have only chapter 1 out, and then the other ones who are coming to your gigs when chapter 2 and probably even chapter 3 is out, and they can hear a lot more of the newer songs.
We're trying to hit a lot of different places for each EP. It's just one of those things. Sometimes you'll hear the songs. We change the setup all the time, so you might not hear a song you came to hear anyway. Probably will, because we keep sticking songs. Johnny keeps throwing songs in the set like crazy. If he's feeling good, he's like, let's do more songs. And we're like, we haven't played that one in years, but okay, let's do it. So we like to change the set around, and I always loved when bands would do that. You'd go see a band if they were playing 2 nights close. You go see them here, and they had like half the set was different than the night before. So yeah, it'll get around to, after all 3 EPs are out, we'll be doing a little bit from each in the set at some point.
So let's talk a little about chapter 1. So I think the first 2 songs is a classic Skid Row per se, and then there's a ballad song in the beginning, and then there are a couple of more songs which are a little bit on the modern side. Is that meant to be like that, so that there is little for everyone?
No. No. I mean, our intention was strictly for selfish reasons, which was we wanted to write the best songs that we possibly could write for ourselves, songs that we wanted to hear and songs that we would feel great about playing night after night and be proud of, to add to our catalog, if you want to call it that. And so it was, songwriting for us has always been about really writing for ourselves, writing songs that we love to write and love to hear, and challenging ourselves, and both lyrically, musically, melodically. And then hopefully it connects with people and they can relate to it. But we've never ever sat down and said, man, we need to write a song that appeals to this audience or that audience. That would be disingenuous. And that's one thing that we've never has been disingenuous, for better or for worse.
Then the chapter 2 is coming on August, and I think you are playing on Wacken Open Air in Germany then, which is a very renowned metal festival. So do you have any are you going to play songs from your brand new album there, or?
I would think so. It depends on how long of a set we get. I think we play an hour. I'm not even sure. It's after 25 years, it's hard to cram 25 years of a career into an hour set, but we'll give it a shot. The night before we play in Poland, and we're headlining this festival of Woodstock of Poland, and it's apparently 500,000 people. So that's going to be something. That's going to be a monumental 2 days, man, let me tell you.
Yeah.
Let me ask you a question. Now, Wacken is very metal. Would you suggest we do ballads there?
No.
Okay. Okay. I was just curious. We've been asking people that have played it, and some people are like, yeah, and some people are like, no. So we'll figure it out.
So I guess you have answered to countless questions regarding your early days. So let's not go there, but you have a lot of years behind in the metal scene, so how has music changed from those days?
Ooh, that's a tough question, man. I don't know. It seems like all sorts of music kind of go through resurgences, and like a tidal wave comes and kind of chews everything up and spits out what shouldn't belong and keeps what should stay. And all sorts of music, especially hard rock and heavy metal, have gone through so many tides and so much turbulence in 40 years or whatnot, but yet it still stays strong. And we're just thankful that we've been able to be a part of it for 25 years.
We put the pressure on ourselves, you know, a lot.
Yeah.
We're just like, nah, doesn't work, doesn't work, doesn't work, doesn't work. And then all of a sudden somebody may come up with something and it could be one stupid note. And then we're like, that's it.
That's perfect, yeah.
And of course we're always right. So, but you know, if we had a formula for it, we'd bottle it and sell it, but we don't. We just write, like Snake said, we write what gets us off first, and then hope that all the Skid Row fans follow suit. Tom Hamilton gave us that advice a long time ago from Aerosmith. We went out to lunch with him and Brad. Yes, I'm name dropping. And we were like, man, we were writing the new record, and we're like, we don't have that song yet. And Tom's like, don't think about it too hard. He goes, you're going to think yourself to death. He goes, write what you like first. And he goes, your fans will know it. And he was so right, man. There could never been a statement more correct.